What up, though? It's January 17, 2025, yo, and it's 7:45 p.m. Listen, I just was reflecting on November 28, 2022, when I went to Walmart Distribution Center in Ridgeville, South Carolina. That's where I was working at. Got there around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I left around like 11 in the morning or noon or something like that. I put in protected paid time off and went to Cascade Park in Charleston, South Carolina. I chilled there for a few hours. Then I drove back to St. George, South Carolina, where I was living at on the Quaker Road. And then I also just went through some pictures and videos that was in my Google Photos. CrayBread@gmail.com, but my email account name is Cray10. But the Gmail is CrayBread@gmail.com. Alvin and Bretman at gmail.com and alwoke144 at gmail.com. All of these is connected to my iPhone 15 right now that I'm recording on. And I'm speaking on this right now is because I think some type of lie got told on me on November 28, 2022. I got a picture of my I got like a little cut on my fist. When I was in my car, right, in the RAV4, when I was sitting in the front yard on the Quaker Road, after I left Cascade Park in Charleston, South Carolina, came back to St. George, South Carolina, I sent a big message out to my cousin and a couple other people, right? Just talking about stuff that took place in 2015 that I believe had happened. You feel me? And out of anger, I had hit the radio. You know what I'm saying? They hit the dashboard and stuff like that. And I hit like the corner part of it, and that's how I cut my fist a little bit, and I took a picture of that. If somebody has hacked in my phone and tried to make it look like that I was passing pictures out to somebody else or sharing pictures and videos with somebody else, I'm being lied on, I'm being scandalized, I'm being framed. I got a picture in my phone of me taking a picture of my feet back in June 2022 because I thought I stepped on a piece of glass, or I thought it got stuck in my foot or some shit like that. I think somebody took that a long time ago and tried to make it look like that I was doing some bullshit or sending people pictures of my feet. I got another video when I took a picture of my eye. I think this is September 2021. September 6, 2021. I took a picture of my eye and I went to the emergency room that same night because you know how you cleaning the rug out? I was basically like flipping the rug one day. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like I was standing outside flipping the rug, like getting all the trash out of the rug. And some of the trash went into my eye, and I thought that something had cut my eye or cut my pupil or something like that because it was hurting real bad. It was burning. And I went to the emergency room in Walterboro and basically got my eye looked at, and they put a black light up to my eye and turned the lights out and everything. But my eye wasn't cut by anything. I think somebody took a picture of that and then try to make it look like I was sending people a picture of my eye, or trying to make it look like I'm a part of some type of fucking brotherhood, or try to make it look like I'm a part of some type of a secret society or some Illuminati type shit. This is the type of stuff that people who move in a very manipulative way has done. But I'm not no conspiracy theorist when I speak about certain things that don't look right around me that I can easily just observe and tell that, okay, clones do exist, and it's a lot of people attacking me and a lot of family members of mine, stuff like that. So the reason why I'm making that statement about that is because I think for a long time, people have been trying to make it look like I'm moving in a secretive way. And I'm going to just say this. November 28, 2022, again, I went to work at Walmart Distribution Center in Ridgeville, South Carolina. I left there, then I went to Cascade Park, yo. And then I chilled there for a few hours. I chilled there. I recorded a video. I even got a recording that I used with my screen just now, and I recorded that. And I showed like what the exact time when I was up there. I recorded this video around like 2 p.m. or something like that. My shift at Walmart Distribution Center was 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then they switched over to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You know what I'm saying? I was either coming to work at 5 in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning and leaving at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. every single day. That was my shift. You know what I'm saying? 12-hour shifts. So anytime I'll leave work around 2 p.m. or 1 p.m., I put in protected paid time off. With all of that being stated, right? After I left Cascade Park, I sent a message to my family, sat in the car for a minute. I punched like the radio thing in the car or whatever, and then I went to the smoke shop later on, probably like a couple hours after that. You know what I'm saying? And I was about to get high that day. Went to this dude named Julius motel room, got some weed. Then I thought about it, chose not to smoke weed because I recorded a video around 8:30 p.m. I don't remember the exact time I recorded the video, but then I got back in the car and I took the weed back to his crib after I left the smoke shop. I took the weed back to his place and just left the sack of weed like on his doorknob or something like that. It wasn't nothing but a little 10 piece. It wasn't nothing but a $10 bag, and that was it. And then I left and I chose not to smoke. This is November 28, 2022. I chose not to smoke just for the for that whole that whole day of November 28th, 29th, and November 30th. And then by the 1st, the police came and took me out the house and stuff like that. And somebody at the Walmart distribution center made up a boldface lie and said that I said that I was gonna kill some gay man at the Walmart distribution center. That was a whole bold-faced lie, yo. That was a bold-faced lie. So still to this day, nobody has told me who made the lie up or whatever, but I'm about to upload this video, and I'm gonna also include the other video in it when I was at Cascade Park, what time I was there and everything. And I'm gonna say this: if there's some man that's saying, "Oh, I don't like that nigga," or "I heard he swung her," or he hit my girlfriend, or hit some female in his family, if it's some man in St. George, South Carolina, or in South Carolina anywhere stating that about me, that man know that I've been lied on. He's just acting like he upset. If it's any man walking around saying that, "Oh, I hate that dude, I don't like that dude, he physically assaulted some female," or something like that, that man know that it's a lie. He know that that lady told some messed up lie about me. He just acting like he's upset to try to convince a crowd of people so he could try to inherit some type of popularity or something like that. Look, I don't care who it is, where you at. I never physically assaulted a female before. It's that simple. So I don't give a fuck who made up some lie about that at what given point in time. It don't matter. And I also want to include this again. I talked about when I was at the Shell gas station, yo, and I saw this one dude come bust in the bathroom. I'm in the Shell gas station that's connected to the Taco Bell. That's off of Jim Bilton Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Right next to the Highway 95 in St. George, South Carolina. Some dude come crawling in the bathroom talking about somebody just shot him in the ass. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey man, you should just be grateful you're alive, man. You know what I'm saying? He was spitting and shit and talking about how hot his ass was, how hot his leg was, and all of that. I didn't stick around for the aftermath of that because the EMS and the firefighters pulled up right after that. And I walked up out of there. I left. You know what I'm saying? I left. If somebody has tried to make it look like that I did something like that, that means the firefighters is in on it, yo. Because they shit butt cameras all around that gas station. That's only if somebody tried to accuse me of doing something. Because that same dude who had got shot, that dude was the little brother of that one lady named Martha that I had sex with in February 2022, which was the very last lady, the very last time I had sex with anybody. You know what I'm saying? That was the very last person that I had sex with. February 2022 was the last time I engaged in sex, yo. So, with all of that being stated, if somebody trying to say I did something to that man in any kind of way, the only way that somebody has, found a way to cover that up is if it's somebody on the judicial side helping maintain the fucked up ass lie, because there's too many cameras around for somebody to lie about me. That's only if that dude said something about me. And at first, that lady didn't even tell me her name was Martha. I just looked up where she lived at, and I saw her name was Martha. You feel me? She told me her name was Alicia. She told me her name was Alicia when I first met her in February 2022 at the gas station. That same as that gas station that I met her at. And then I saw that same dude who got shot in the ass a little while after that. It was this dark-skinned girl in there. She told me everybody around St. George called her Legs. And as soon as dude walked in there, she ran in the back and went to the back where the cameras and stuff be at, where the manager and stuff be at. I didn't know what was going on. Then when I looked over at the dude that had got shot before, he just looked over at me and was like, "What's up?" He didn't even look at me. He looked at me, but then he looked down. I was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "What up, though?" You know what I'm saying? And that was it. So I don't know if some type of he say, she say shit was being sparked up online, and I just wasn't getting the memo. I don't know if somebody made up a lie about me, but like I said, the whole time I was at the Walmart distribution center, I think people was hacking in my phone, hacking in my accounts, and then taking my pictures and videos, giving it to somebody else, going to my Google Photos, giving it to somebody else, and making it look like that I was socializing back and forth with somebody that I was not fucking talking to. And like I said this before, I say again, this is why I was so aggravated, so agitated, and irritated, because it was gay men walking around talking about me like I was gay. I'm not gay. I'm not talking to men in a flirtatious way, in a sexual way, none of that. So when that was going around in St. George, somebody was maintaining that lie. Somebody was helping cover up a lie. So now I feel like what has happened is my whole family got attacked by somebody that was a part of some secretive organization or some gang, and everybody just overlooked it because somebody put a fucked up ass lie on my name and said that I probably assaulted somebody that I never ever assaulted or insulted. And then other people hacked in my phone and then talked to people and talked shit to people with my image, with my accounts, with my Google accounts, and then tried to convince people that it was me talking, but it was somebody hacking in my account, acting like me, trying to make people look at me in a fucked up way. That happened a whole lot too. But I'm gonna say this again: if it's somebody saying, especially if it's some lady saying that I insulted her or tried to force myself on her or anything like that, yo, if it's some lady stating that and there's some dude walking around acting like he mad, that man is faking like he mad. And if whatever lady has made some lie up like that, I'm just getting irritated, yo, because I hope that nobody has told me directly what has happened. But if it's some lady saying that I assaulted her any kind of way or physically assaulted her, yo, look, she's lying. And anybody who's acting like they're upset and trying to avenge her, they know she's lying. They just putting up a act for the crowd. Because if a crowd of people hear that some lady said that I assaulted her in some type of way, and then some other dude come forth and say, oh, hell no, fuck that shit. That's my family, or that's my girl over there. You know what I'm saying? If somebody come forth and some lady come forth and lie on me like that, and then a bunch of other people that she know basically start trying to avenge her in some type of way, you know, basically try to get back revenge in any kind of way, it's going to be a crowd of people that's going to be watching. And they go immediately pick and choose sides. They go politically look at me and be like, you know what I'm saying? They go choose a side and they go be like, oh, you a coward. I heard you hit some lady or something like that. And then everybody is going to be saying, yeah, I don't like him neither. Yeah, I don't like him neither. Yeah, I help you fuck that man life up. Yeah, I help you get at that dude. You know what I'm saying? So complete strangers will begin to start disliking me based off of a lie, yo. So if somebody know for a fact that they got some lady, some girlfriend, or some family member that made up a lie about me and said that I actually physically assaulted a female, yo, that person is more so trying to maintain their anger for the crowd, to make the crowd continuously be upset with me, yo. It's that simple. I said this a bunch of times. I really shouldn't have to break things down to a psychological understanding to try to get people to understand how some people who manipulative think and the way they move